Hey ho everyone, and welcome to this game review of ADV Ubers. Today we have a selection by FF2, few of the best games from ADV that have been played in this UPL so far. And today with me are CKW
Hello.
and Inspirited.
Yellow.
So I'd say let's just get right into it. This is one of your games, so you can give us very good insights into your plays. So
So
yeah, go ahead.
this lead is something. It's usually means you're expecting like a Mewtwo here, which I was considering. However, I do get lead matchup. It just means that there's potential for something really bad to be in the back, double blob setup or something. I am gonna Hydro. I always should. If he decides to stay in and take it, all the better for me. I have a very specially offensive team here, so the more damage on a Snorlax I can get, the better. And he goes Blissey first, which is heinous to me. And this Blissey takes that horrendously. That has no special defense.
So it's like max HP, max defense.
No, not even that. It's probably got a lot of speed in it. In fact, I suggest you pause because there's a lot of stuff going on here. So this Bliss, I'm already suspecting Calm Mind because Calm Mind needs a shitload of speed and a whole lot of defense in it. Or not a whole lot of defense and a whole lot of special attack in it in order to do what it's supposed to. That's where I assume all of its stats are. And so immediately I go to Metagross because it has to soft boil. There's no question about that. And I get to see what the steel type with it is. It's probably going to be a Skarmory, but just in case it's not, Metagross has the best advantage here. And seeing double blob here is very bad for me. As you'll see, my team is very specially oriented. I have to use spikes to get through this. And he has spikes of his own, which makes it even worse.
So
my spiker can chase out his, but
does that mean that not all teams run spikes in ADV Ubers, or so?
No, there's a few that don't, but this one definitely probably because double blob sometimes has issues getting through stuff without spike. I probably should have expected this. And he's playing in the rain, which makes things slightly better thing. And this is where stuff gets scary, because this is a Snorlax attack, but he decides to go to Blissey instead. Probably thinking Calm Mind is the way. He gets to hit my Metagross. I'm gonna try to para the Bliss. If I can do that, my own gets to go and I get a crit but no para. At least it's a soft boiled.
Yeah.
I believe the way I take advantage of this is... Do I take advantage of this with Ray? I don't remember. But Metagross or Ray are viable here.
They're very telegraphed switches over here, for sure.
I don't
But I'm sure.
entirely understand how the paralysis leads to the win condition, because there's natural cure, no? Or do you mean it in like a sense
it just
best choice?
It just means I get to go to my Snorlax, or not my Snorlax, my Blissey, and his Snorlax takes spikes without my Latios having to do anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and Snorlax of course has only leftovers for recovery. Or do they
And
also run rest in these kind of teams?
I want my third layer, so this is prioritized correctly, I think. He gets his, he sneaks in his. I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but oh well. Steal the Kyogre, make sure that thing's not a threat for the rest of for most of the game. I just have to deal with this cycle once more. He keeps on going to Blissey, which I find interesting, but maybe it's because spikes are up. I have to refresh here. Parity. So this is just me trying to feel out when he's soft-boiling for the most part, because only Ray and Metagross can really handle Blissey outside of my own. And I actually catch him pretty nicely here. So I get to do this.
Oh yeah, yeah. It is. Airlock works the same in this gen, right? I have just not seen the...
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
It just cuts. It just negates the effects of rain.
Yeah, okay. I
Or
just
any
think
weather.
it's like visibly announced in later gens. But it is not here.
So now Ray has a lot of leverage. Like, HP flying is looking very, very spammable now.
How much does that do to Skarm? Like 20 maybe?
Yeah, something like it. It probably does like 16 to be honest, but yeah,
Even choice banded. It's quite sad.
yeah. It's Jolly Band. Is part of the. And this is the turn I screw up. I think I should always earn here because giving him a hazard sack is not okay. He gets to step on my aggression with a matchup advantage, which is basically doesn't seal the game in his favor, but it puts it heavily. Because what's going to happen here is I'm going to try to make a play with Omastar into Ray at one point, and he can just completely stop that by sacking Omastar or by stacking his Kyogre, making it so I can't double switch. Because of the way turn mechanics work.
Sorry, did you get a single paralysis this entire game so far?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just wondering. I feel like Thunder got spammed a lot.
Yeah, now I go for the
toxic
Ditto anyways. It looks like mine's
right?
faster, so he was probably
Are you
moving
calm
in
mind
on.
too, or?
No.
No,
Yeah,
right?
I'm Calm Mind as well.
Oh.
Gets...
Could you stop critting my Blissey, please? Thank you. I didn't even realize I was getting crit this during the game.
I'm just seeing who gets the status first.
Yeah, basically.
Given that Blissey
I'm
ran
just
ran
gonna
out
keep
of
attacking.
speed.
Like, I have to.
So is the general position in Heysup's favor right now, as you said, or?
It is, yes, due to matchup for the most part. Everything's dropping into E-speed range, which is nice, but they're still a last, and if it's not Deoxys, then that doesn't matter. This catches me because Body Slam does like 12, but Return definitely does more. And I decide here that I have to try to put the Latios in E-speed range. So, and this is the best way of doing that. It's Calm Minding and taking. And I keep the Kyogre here because there's not very many rolls on a 120 power Latios move that'll KO Blissey from here. But then he pulls out Surf, and that definitely does. Surf is not a common move at all.
Alright, yeah.
Then we get into fun endgame territory where I have a lot to claw back, but it's still possible. Because Omastar's amazing. And this is the part where the Kyogre sack comes into play, because I double switched to Ray on this turn, but because the Kyogre sack goes first, Kyogre dies, the rest of the turn cancelled.
Oh yeah, that's how it works back then. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
my way of winning
is really good.
My way of winning this is basically HP flying a lot Blissey as it KOs Ray. Because that will leave Blissey in range of the Omastar or the Latios. His way of winning is catching my Ray with Ice Beam. on the way in.
Yeah. You can sack the Latios here and go into almost right. Or
Yeah, and I catch him here. I get this right. This actually makes things a lot easier. Now it's an E-speed range. I have a Jolly Ray.
you can also heal out of E-speed range, that one, but probably get
Yeah, exactly.
damage down by Ice Beam.
And
Well,
I
does
get it
Blissey-
wrong here. I should have went Ray on the Bliss on this turn if I wanted to win, but I did not. I got that turn wrong.
Not getting.
Or on this turn. That
single
one would have
burst
worked too. Okay, there's something. But it comes a little too late.
You
Because
don't.
it already has +1.
Yeah.
And yeah, game's pretty. Yeah, game's rage. Even if Blissey falters here, Ray is just gonna kill Lomastar.
Yeah, because of the airlock, it also doesn't get the speed boost from Swift Swim, so it's faster here.
Exactly, exactly. But yeah, that was a very tight game.
Yeah,
I don't know. I liked playing it.
very interesting all the way through.
So in hindsight, how would you play this differently, given your experience?
Earthquaking the Kyogre on the way in. That's probably the biggest thing that stopped me from doing a few things that would have made things easier. But
Gotcha.
yeah, and then after that, maybe just... So the whole idea behind what I did with the Latios in the end there was I'm typically a switching player. I think most people know this. If there's a tight situation, I'm more inclined to switch to a better anything than attack what's in front of me. And Heysup is typically the attacking player in that scenario, so I figured if he's going to Ice Beam, it's going to be on that turn. However, I just didn't get it right. He got his soft-boiled and +1 and won the game off of that.
Yeah, alright. Did you expect the Rayquaza last here?
Because of the way the matchup worked, it was likely there, but I also kind of had to play as if it was going to be a Deoxys, because that's the easiest win for me to take, if that makes sense. Which is why I kept my Kyogre and ended up getting caught by Surf on the way in.
Yeah. Surf is not common on Latios, right?
It's just barely powerful to get the job done.
Yeah. Alright, so much about this game, so let's move on to the next one. Mitana versus Hack. I believe I saw this one live, but I'm not entirely sure. Definitely some interesting things happen here.
Oh yeah.
Pete on mirror.
Axe is
I mean,
faster,
I'm at a
which
bottom.
is actually big advantage.
Are like SD Groudon leads common?
Yes,
Okay.
very
Yep.
good.
You could see it.
And yeah, so clearly this is a big threat to Mitana. +2 ground on every.
And Hack expects the switch out into something else. So, considering all the flyers or ground resists, tries to get on top of that. Though, what does Latios really do into the common flying monster or ground resistant Sun?
I'm not. So this just looks like a play to preserve his Groudon because he doesn't exactly know what Mitana's up to yet with the
Alright.
team.
Yeah, so that was
And
mostly
if
ground.
Mitana's that confident in his speed stat, then perhaps there is a tie that just hasn't been going. But now that he knows that there's a Ho-Oh, there's not really much reason to keep the Groudon unless you're gonna just keep nibbling on leftovers throughout the game.
Yeah. Ho being special in this gen also has it be not very efficient to Latios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
I mean, Shadow
this is
Ball
dangerous
replays,
because Ho-Oh gets to start shadow balling if it wants here, but it doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
And Pack's running my favorite structure here right now, which is that last is definitely a Blissey.
So the guitar here is supposed to cover potential switching back into Ho and also staying into Snorlax.
So what it does is it stops Snorlax from healing, which is a big.
Oh,
Because
yeah, right.
and yeah, it gets him even on Firelax. This gets him spikes, which is what he wants. Spikes are going to be a pretty big deal this game. It looks like.
long term spikes is really worth. And given it's a Skarmory, you can always come back and get your HP up. Fire Blast honestly does not do much to a Skarmory.
Yeah, without the sun, it's a little weak.
It's really poor. Like if
Back to
anything,
the T-Tower.
if he really wanted, he could have just gotten all layers up. But again, like
Yeah, there's no
he
need.
also had better like alternatives. So
I think, and we're not going to know this until later, but I'm pretty sure that Skarmory has a secondary duty if Mitana has a certain Pokemon. So, keeping it for that.
yeah, potential Deoxys choice band log Deoxys or stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skarm threaten the
And yeah, if
Groudon
Hack
here
can
at
get away
all,
with
except
this.
for potential Whirlwind. I guess Toxic. Oh yeah, yeah.
Toxic, yeah. Okay, so it's not a Pursuit Skarm. It's going to have Roar, Whirlwind, yeah.
Now, at this point, I think Mitana realizes how threatening the Skarmory is to his team. Like,
Yeah.
It is a massive hurdle to overcome. So I think he just decided to like trade his Don for the Skarm.
Yeah. Now Hack's going to use the speed advantage again. And there's the Blissey. And this one's actually taking normal amounts of damage from Latios attacks, unlike Heysup.
Yep, this is a more traditional Blissey. I'd imagine this is like Snatch Toxic or something like that. Cause
Yep, that's exactly what
this
this team needs to run.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Snatch is such a funny move.
Yes, it is.
I've never.
I'm not sure how much PP. I'm not sure how much PP Snatch has, but it's not really that much.
Oh yeah, 16.
Yeah,
That's very little.
Yeah.
We were also discussing this in the game chat during the game because yeah, I've never seen Snatch used before in a real game, so it's quite a surprise seeing it here. But apparently it's not that.
It's
uncommon.
very standard in ADV.
Yeah.
It's very standard in ADV. I would say in GSC too. But yeah, no, Snatch really like deals with these like not combine, but refresh Latios interactions a lot better. And yeah, in the long run, you sort of like hard stop a lot of problems from overcoming your stall teams.
You also create Wobbuffet problems with Encore PP, which is nice. Just because it has +4 priority for no reason.
Yep, snatches that move.
Okay, how does Snatch work into Encore?
So it allows Blissey to Wobbuffet run max speed in this tier, just for Blissey. And what happens there is you actually get to spam your Toxic or your Seismic Toss, and then you get to use Snatch on their Encore because it goes before Encore. Because what a Wob will try to do is it'll try to stall you out of Toxics, or stall you out of, or kill you with Seismic Toss and Destiny Bond.
Oh yeah. So, but
if the Encore rolls low enough on each time it's used, then it's worth doing. If it doesn't, then it's like you just have a normal. So it's better than nothing, but also because Encore can roll between 3 and 6.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's also something I completely neglected. Yeah, but if you snatch the Encore, you can't Encore the Wobbuffet, right?
Oh, Encore's unsnatchable, unfortunately. You're just using it to break up your move pattern.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Wob can't encore you into something stupid.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, this T-Tar comes in super clutch in this game.
Yes, it does. T-Tar's awesome.
I appreciate the use of T-Tar in a tier like this. This is like more like an Uber's version of Scarm TSS in my mind. But yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like it. It gives you a lot of play options. None of the sets are super static either. Like T-Tar, Scarm, and Ho-Oh can trade roles pretty easy.
Yeah.
So you've mentioned before that Skarmory might have had a secondary duty. What were you referring to in this case? Because we probably
I was referring to the Deoxys attack here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
clearly,
you can pursue trap a choice banded Deoxys attack.
Yeah, but
again, it's so.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what the damage is. I'm not sure what the damage calcs say, but I'm pretty sure even Metagross can't pursue trap with Deoxys without investment.
I mean, Metagross can, but Skarmory definitely.
Skarmory's definitely better at that, yeah.
So Mitana has leverage in the form of Deoxys here. If the Deoxys has a move to hit Ho-Oh, then this is actually kind of dangerous to hack.
Yeah.
If it has Rock Slide.
Yeah, the Groudon is also kind of low, so it's probably 3-shot from this range by Rock Slide.
If it's banded, it's like more like a 4 because of leftovers.
Oh yeah.
4 or 5.
Okay.
But if the Deoxys clicks Superpower, then the Groudon's.
So to put into perspective, you need 168 EVs in Skarmory to actually fully pursue trap a Deoxys.
Yeah, usually what we do is we bring that down to like 150-ish.
Yeah.
Just so it's in Spike's range later.
Yeah, I think the sweet spot is like 100, so that it's like in range of Spikes. Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. So how much does this do? Because I would imagine if you have it like switch in on some layers of Spikes twice, even no investment would be good enough, or is that not the case?
Not quite, but it's close.
Your target is one layer of Spike at least, because the assumption is that by the time a Skarmory, a Deoxys attack comes out, like a revenge killing Deoxys, you would have at least one layer of Spike with Skarmory.
Well, I guess you could plan for having it take Spikes twice if Skarmory is going to come out on normal type and set Spikes once. Deoxys has to take it twice on the way in, both times.
Alright.
Yeah, fair enough, but it's got one move for one job, and I don't really think you need that.
That is not a pursuit Skarm, though. I think that is pretty clear at this point.
Yeah.
And this T-Tar doesn't have it either, if I remember correctly, so Hack's living on the edge a little bit here.
Yeah, probably also.
Mitana's more of a Rayquaza user, so it makes sense to me.
Probably also not Rest last, but maybe this is like Wish. Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, the last move is Soft Boiled, right?
It's just Soft Boiled last, yeah.
Let's see. And T-Tar, I forget what T-Tar.
It's Focus.
What was the last move on T-Tar? It was Rock Slide, Focus Punch, Roar, and Toxic.
I mean, probably Toxic Blast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And we see the
Regirock. Oh boy.
Which is what are its advantages over T-Tar?
I don't know. In all honesty.
Well, I'm pretty sure.
I think T-Tar's just better, but
pretty sure it gets Boom.
Yeah, it gets Explosion. I mean, that's kind of the thing. You get to blow up a Groudon a bit more easy, but Mitana can't do that at the moment. So we'll see what happens.
Another thing is that it doesn't disrupt the sun with Sandstorm,
yeah.
So you still get like Lefty's recovery on Lax and Ho-Oh, which is pretty solid.
It's true.
Yeah, that's definitely a factor here playing at it.
I guess it's just overall better into Snorlax too. T-Tar's fine enough.
What's set in power?
Hidden Power Rock, I think.
What?
Probably just rock.
Does it not have like Rock Slide or Stone Edge?
It does have Rock Slide, but we all hate missing Rock Slide is the problem.
Honestly,
Rock
it could
Slide
be
is like a 50% accurate move, I swear.
Huh. Wait, in this game, this is a very like telegraphed win for Hack if he plays this endgame properly. Because
It can be, yeah. I mean, Latios being dead is a big deal. Oh.
Yeah, like there's not much. That's not that many ways to beat like break Hack's team right now, and that Groudon is only gonna get much worse.
If this blows up the Groudon like I think it's going to, then there's a shot with Deoxys if it has Rock Slide. If it doesn't have Rock Slide, then we're still in the same crappy position.
Okay, in this case, we see it.
Does Rock Slide
set up
kill
Warband.
Latios from this range?
Not
And-
quite,
Yeah,
but
so we see a counter reveal. I'm sure he was trying to go for
Yeah.
a kill there.
oh no,
I think
the tech move is backfiring. Should have just been closed.
Unfortunately, it just didn't play out, and at this point, this is pretty much like
Yeah,
one
game's
game.
over.
Like even the T-Tar is like looking really good. So
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, that's not gonna save it.
yeah.
Yeah, it gets to come in on Regirock for free because it can't threaten it with anything. Hidden Power
Yep.
Rock is going to do nothing, and as soon as it blows up, game is over.
It's gonna heal it.
Yeah, has
Game
to.
is over.
Yeah, has to hope doesn't get crit or something, and maybe gets a crit itself, or a few.
Yeah. A few is an understatement.
Like in this case, like there's no harm in just setting up to +6 because you just get so much HP back. Like you basically live the next Ice Beam now.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Actually, it might be too fast. He might not take one, but yeah. Game's
I'm not sure about that one. I mean,
He probably
It's
probably
cool.
died.
yeah, it's close. I assume Hack wouldn't have attacked there if he died to ice.
Very well sequenced by Hack, as always.
Yep. I love this team. This team's so good. I love these 6 Pokemon.
Mhm.
Alright, anything else to add to this game, or shall we move on to the last one for today?
Just
Can
good
we,
game.
can we
Cool
look over?
players.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
good game, but can we scroll over the whole sets, please? I feel like
Yeah.
one team I just saw Flamethrower, and the other Hoa was like a Sacred Fire, right?
Yeah, yeah. I've been thinking
So-
about putting Ho-Oh on this, or Flamethrower Ho-Oh on this too.
Is
I'm
it,
not sure if he
like-
was sub CM. I doubt it, but Flamethrower just seems a little bit better if you're trying to spam Toxic everywhere.
It's so
So we
much
might be
more
onto
spammable. It's so much more spammable, and I'm not sure if you even want to burn sometimes with Sacred Fire, like when Toxic can be
Yeah.
such a big win con.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Do you really want to burn something with Sacred Fire? And sometimes you do, because Snorlax is a pain. But
Oh, for sure.
not with
for
this
sure.
structure. This structure's way too good in this Snorlax to be running it,
Yeah.
I think. I'll
The structure,
change
I
that right
think-
now.
I think doesn't care much about like a Snorlax for Ho to deal with. But yeah, in
Yeah.
the long in like I was just like I just noticed that and I was thinking like okay maybe there's something going on here. You can probably try this out. Just trying out something over Sacred Fire. Flamethrower so much more spammable, 24 PP. And so
Yeah.
I think the 50% burn is not really worth it into many teams, seeing how common Blissey is, right?
Well,
Yep.
I mean, if you get your Ho-Oh paralyzed, like mine has been the past few games I've been using it, then it doesn't matter. You're just gonna rub the burn in with sand anyways, and it's gonna be fine. But yeah, I guess if your Ho-Oh's on status, it becomes a bigger issue.
Right. Yeah. Then let's move on to the last game from here, which is going to be a bit of a longer one, as I was told.
oh, it's my play.
Yeah, usually Ajencies games are pretty long. They're usually pretty good.
Oh, are you 3 Blades? Oh,
No, this is Mielke.
okay. Yeah.
Mielke and Ajencies. Metagross lead is different. That means Ajencies is stepping outside of their comfort zone. Because usually Ajencies is a pretty traditional sand, or not sand, sun balance player. Balance sun stall.
So right off the bat, we
is...
noticed what is this? HP fire? Not ground, right?
Yeah,
Probably HP fire.
which is very different.
Very cool revelation at the start of the game. I'm sure Ajencies thought this was like a free meteor mesh, so yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And
what are like Latias and Metagross leads supposed to accomplish normally? Because I don't think I've seen them before so far. And I can imagine Latias being like decent into Groudon and Mewtwo. What about Metagross?
yeah, so it looks like this is just trying to catch Ajencies' usual Groudon lead. That's what I interpret it as, and covering Kyogre as well. Those two are probably still the best leads in the game. They have the fewest downsides if you have a Blissey with them. But
Yeah, and the Metagross is just generally good versus the Lottie twins. So
and I guess so. Something to know about Mielke here is he's teamed with Heysup, and Heysup likes some exotic leads, to say the least. I assume this Metagross is preying on like a Snorlax lead, like you saw in my game Heysup and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting.
But yeah, that's this is a banded Metagross.
Oof. And the Wobbuffet catching.
Oh, and Wob catches this. And Ajencies is not running the max speed set. Let's see. This is what happens when this happens.
Yeah. Probably gets PP stole of CMs here.
So
Yeah.
now we get to answer your question with live footage.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I skipped too much there. Thought it was going to.
Okay. Mielke went Deoxys immediately. Maybe there was a Encore PP issue. I don't know. I don't know how well it rolled on the first two. Ajencies' favorite stall breaker. So this is coming with a Latios in tow, almost assuredly.
Gets Parrot here on the first try.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. Luckily, there's a banded Metagross to say goodbye to something, because not even. Oh, cool. They get the Latios, so they still get to blow up later.
And it's both Bloody twins. Is that common?
No, it's not.
It's not common anymore,
to use it.
but it's not common anymore. But I mean, I've definitely used it in the past.
I mean,
just
so what you have to understand about running double Lottie structures is look at how many psychic types there are, and look how much resistance to Deoxys Shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's definitely very hard to, like, mad annoying to play around Deoxys attack for sure.
And Mielke almost certainly has a Groudon or a Kyogre in that last slot, which helps, but it's still not ideal.
I mean, do Mons even run Psychic in this tier? Means running some.
Yeah.
Sometimes Latios will, depending on the Heracross matchup. But
Alright.
I think Psychic Mewtwo, like Calm Mind Psychic Mewtwo, has like a pretty
that
good.
too. Yep.
Like you can break through Snorlax, which is like pretty cool. So yeah, like it is still an option. It's just like not as good as having like Bolt Beam, Fire Blast coverage.
Yeah.
I suppose dark moves aren't too prevalent here, or there just aren't many dark moves that are good in this generation except for Pursuit.
The only dark move you're gonna see is T-Tar using it, and even T-Tar won't probably use it because, yeah, it's just not strong.
Yeah, because dark is special in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earthquake lag. That's a throwback. Okay, and so Mielke's trying to provoke an explosion, and he's doing a good job of it.
Also doesn't get to attack there. Two
Okay, and
explosions right away.
he gets to remove the metagram too, which is good.
Yeah, I
So
suppose
at
this
this point,
wouldn't have worked if it had like put up a third layer and then exploded after the +3 from curse.
Bandit probably would have still done it. I'm not sure what Ajencies spread is.
Banner Gross can kill a Farming from full, so
Yeah.
I fully believe
That's the
that.
thing is
Yeah.
Bandit Metagross is insane. So perhaps a third layer would better.
Explosion being 500, 500 base power is insane too. So
Yeah. Wob is here.
And catches the Blissey
Yeah.
again.
Yep.
Yep.
And it looks like Mielke's a bit more adamant on playing the Encore Roulette this time. Looks like he's getting quite a few good rolls on it.
No more Encores left, but also no more Carmines.
Yeah.
Right.
Ah.
And he catches the right turn.
Yeah, something to note about this game state is Latios is uncounterable now. Mielke's Latios is uncounterable.
Okay.
Great.
Depending on the set or just in general?
That's in general.
If it's the standard set, then it's uncounterable. If it's recover refresh,
I mean, it's still
very
like
good.
not count. It's still not counterable because Blissey just can't stay up. On that war. And this is a free sub
And this
for
Deoxys likely doesn't have superpower because of the wob with it. It's likely a bolt beam meat speed with the Taya Berry.
right.
Gets
That's
Yeah,
a bad para.
So I think here you observe a knee speed, yes, and
does it have probably also
now you have to sort of not give parrot for a few turns. As far as I remember, a lot of sadness was spread in the chat. They probably didn't get past the parrot. Yeah, okay.
Oh man.
I believe you got parrot 3 times in a row. Oh no, not really. Never mind. But, yep.
also running out
Very
of
much,
speed PP, but that's not going to matter much.
Ideally, you spam soft boil here until you're in range. But I think, honestly, might be a mini.
Now Latios is real dangerous.
Might just be a
Don't
mini from our hero agency. And now
Yeah,
Wob gets a full counter thing. Oh
Oh?
Would it have killed?
nope.
No, it would have put it in range of a
Yeah.
stab move. I think that's what Jensen is going for.
And it also would have
So
thick counter here.
I may have been informed that Rayquaza was not meant to be leftovers.
Oh. Oh, okay. Everything makes sense now. Wait, was that just Psychic we saw? It was.
Yeah. Doesn't it have...
So this Latios is missing a very important... This Blissey might still be able to beat it.
Yeah, refresh, right? Or is it recover?
It's probably
Well,
refresh.
one of the two. I don't know which.
It's
Probably
definitely
recovery.
Why would
No way.
you ever run refresh without recover?
I think it's just refresh. Like it's not refresh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 32 PP recover, which Blissey of course can't keep up with unless it gets good stats here.
And
it
you got
also-
12 by ADV, so
Yeah, what Ajencies is looking for is freeze.
which
There it is.
did
You can
get,
go into Bray now. Do stuff.
and has to hope the Latios remains frozen,
Yeah, exactly.
which it does one
God.
time. Does it Oh, E-Speed, yeah.
Yeah, but still, that's funny that it's Coyote.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I was wondering what the Rayquaza set was because I saw leftovers and I was thinking, hey, like I don't remember if Rayquaza runs SD in this tier, but
Oh, I wish it got SD this gen.
yeah, I think it's just Dragon Dance, right?
Yeah, it's just Dragon.
It's just Dragon
This
Dance. Yeah.
Coyote has something to say about Blissey living.
Oh yeah, also can't get the Pora here because of Substitute, and I think that's just the Kyogre cleaning up with the Hydro Pump now. Or
Yep.
Surf.
Both Hydro and Ice.
And it doesn't have... Oh, no, probably...
I don't even think
gets
there's
to
enough
it
soft
here.
boileds to get through the Ice Beam onslaught.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Kyogre will always beat the Blissey.
Yeah.
Unless it gets crit here
Yeah,
5
no,
times.
overall, some good Wobbuffet action from Three Blades. I think he brought the right team for the right person.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And Ajencies didn't bring full speed or Blissey with enough speed for max speed Wob.
And that is game 3. Very, very interesting games today. Also very diverse matchups, which was a nice selection by FF2. So
Yeah, we got to see some Sunstall, some nice offense, some Wobbuffet action.
Yeah.
Pretty good, pretty good. Shout out to Fat Fighter 2.
Yeah.
So any other concluding words for this session?
Good luck to Ajencies in their game later.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, he's playing
Yes,
in 6 minutes from now, from as the time of recording.
Yes, good luck to only my team. Yes, thank you. I thank myself.
Okay, my team needs luck too. Good luck to the rest of the players who have to play for my team.
Overall, for ADV, I haven't really had the chance to go through each and every game, but I think the quality gameplay is pretty high right now. So yeah, just looking forward to having more games in the future. I think we're gonna see a lot of interesting stuff coming into the semis, the final weeks.
Yeah.
We got only 2 more weeks left, so yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. And maybe in the future we might see a few best of 3s as well from just gentlemen best of 3 agreements. So yeah, we'll see.
All right, then thank you two so much for being here today, and yeah, next week we'll have more game reviews of other old gens, hopefully. With that, bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.